seen that there were approvals where the mayor will write approved, and sometimes the amount will be there. Now, the finance director, I recall you had explained one time that the finance director, sometimes there's a period that payments for him will be approved, and you will require that it has to pass through you before, or the mayor will give instructions to the finance director, and you will require that there is evidence in writing. Do you recall this?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now, at some point as well, there was an issue with respect to the border in relation to the revenue collectors between Birkama and Kanifing. Do you recall this?
Yes, very well.
Can you please explain what the problem was?
We were called, I think, into the mayor's office, the CEO, the director of finance. Yeah, and some of the management teams, I think the license collector, the manager license collector. Yeah, I can fully recall the manager, license collector, myself, and the director of finance, and the deputy director of finance, Sirif Njai.
Yes.
And administration, the director of administration, that the council has learned that Birkama Area Council collectors do encourage into the KMC borders around Kololi, Bundung, Bijenker. So these two areas were particularly highlighted by the mayor that he needed us to look into and try to resolve. And I offered my advice to the mayor that let the council allow me to go and consult with the CEO of Birkama Area Council. I told him that I have a cordial relationship with the CEO of the Birkama Area Council. So I believe if we approach the CEO and discuss the issue with him, we may have an amicable solution to the issue. He told me that that wouldn't be necessary, because if we do that, that means we are giving into the chairman of the Birkama Area Council. And from what I understood then, he was having issues with the chairman, Mr. Sirifo Sonko. So he told me that even the issue they had at their party level until Sirifo was dismissed from the UDP party, he said he wrote that letter, that dismissal letter. Yeah, Sirifo's dismissal letter. So he didn't want me to engage the management of Birkama Area Council. That would be like Kanifing Municipal Council will be giving into the wishes of their chairman.
Okay. Now, how was that issue resolved?
What happened after that was I saw a letter. I received a letter in my office that was written from the council and signed on behalf of the CEO. It was kind of a cautionary. The language was cautionary to the management of Birkama Area Council that their collectors were encouraging into the KM borders, and it's something that the council was not happy with. I believe if we can trace the letters, we will be able to read the contents of the letter. Yeah, so when Birkama Area Council received that letter that I was not aware of, but signed on my behalf, they also became angry, and it was a huge, misunderstanding between the office of the CEO of my office and the CEO of Birkama Area Council. We ended up going to the ministry. You know, I can fully recall there was this meeting that was organized by the ministry because of the push and pull we had at the time. As a result of this letter that was written on my behalf that I was not aware of, the ministry, the PS had to convene a meeting between the Birkama Area Council and the KMC to try to resolve the matter. And I recall some alcalos and chiefs were involved. So when I went to the meeting and saw the whole lot, of attendees, I was like, wow. But I wasn't expecting this kind of, representatives, the alcalos, the chiefs. And even before going to the meeting, the mayor called us into his office and informed me that he talked to some alcalos to also come and support me at the meeting. But eventually, when we had the meeting, the people who were there used our experiences and maturity in these issues, and we discussed and we agreed that the ministry should take up the matter to really try to demarcate the borders clearly so that it will help to resolve the matter. That's where we left things. From that day on, I didn't hear anything about it.
So who signed the letter that suggested that it was from the office of the CEO?
It was signed by the Deputy Director of Administration at the time, Uraba.
Uraba?
Yes.
Did Ura tell you who instructed him to do so?
They had a meeting.
They as in who?
If I am right, I think it is the Finance Committee.
Right.
Yeah, the Finance Committee, if I am right. Yes. I know the Finance Committee chairperson was actively involved in the matter, Councillor Karamo Sise.
Right.
Yes.
Now, KMT, its formation, you were in council at the time?
During the KMT, yes.
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 What role did you play?
Can you repeat?
What role did you play in the formation of the company?
As the CEO, naturally, I was I think I was, I became a board member automatically.
Yeah.
Of the KMT, and I was attending the meetings, all the meetings that were convened during my time. I attended all the meetings of the formation, from the, I think one of the earliest activity that I got involved with at the council was the KMT, the setting up of the municipal bus transport. Because when I reported to work as CEO, I think the following week or so, the bid opening for the tenders of the municipal bus transport was done. So that was the first contracts committee meeting that I chaired. Yes. So I was involved throughout. But then these tenders were already submitted before I was appointed CEO. So it was only the bid opening that I started getting involved in.
Do you know whether the council, during this period, in setting up of the company, whether they consulted the central bank in relation to the PPE? Or
the central government or?
The Ministry of Finance or the Department of PPEs to seek advice in relation to the setup of the company?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay.
I cannot recall anywhere that the PPP, Minister of Finance, was consulted.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, another issue is the bank guarantee with respect to your issue with KMC. Salama Njai. You know Salama Njai?
The former acting CEO.
Yes. We have seen she had also served as a not guarantor using the same procedure as CEO. Do you recall this?
Pa Khalifa Sanyang.
Pa Khalifa Sanyang.
Yes.
Can you please explain to us?
The Welfare Association used to secure loans from Trust Bank.
Right.
Particularly during the Toboski feast period.
Yes.
When they would buy rams and then sell to the staff on credit basis.
Yes.
So they would approach the bank, Trust Bank, for the bank to loan them the amounts that they would need for the purchase of the rams. But always the bank would require guarantee from the council. Yeah, so I was told that the previous CEOs signed those guarantees.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, there are vouchers we have here in relation to payments made to one business or supplier or contractor called General Procurement Services. Do you recall this?
Yes.
Now,
General Procurement.
proceed,
General Procurement. I think General Procurement was one of the first contractors that I paid in the council when I reported to work, when I became CEO. Because when I reported to work, a list was given to me, a list of contractors.
Yes.
That the council was owing at the time. You know, I can recall Kanjura Kanyi being in the mayor's office, and I was also asked to go and answer to the mayor. When I went, I found Kanjura in the office with the mayor and the deputy mayor at the time, Pamusa Ba.
Yes.
So that list was given to me in the presence of Pamusa and Kanjura, that this list of contractors, the previous, or the former acting CEO deliberately refused to pay these people. And there was no genuine reason behind it, according to them. So they wanted me to effect those payments with immediate effect. Immediately, I assume my responsibilities as CEO.
Who wanted you?
The mayor, Kanjura Kanyi. And later on, I learned that General Procurement was introduced to the council by Kanjura Kanyi. They were contracted to do a feeder route in Talinding. Which, when the rains, after doing the road, after constructing the road, when the rains came, it washed away everything. It washed away everything.
Yes, because I showed this to the witness, the mayor, and he said that he is not aware of this payment. Now, the amount, for instance, if you look at 2020, you will see that there was a payment of $224,937. Then you have another payment in 2020.
Can I see the voucher?
Yes, the vouchers, yes. The amount is $370,984.
Yeah, I think the total amount that was supposed to be paid to General Procurement was about almost 500,000. I think the payment was done by installment when I came in.
It appears to be more than that. But let me just show you.
Yeah, this is 14 May. And this is, yeah, I think these are the two payments that were completed by myself. But I want to believe some advance payments were already made before I was appointed CEO. On this second.
So we have 4 vouchers.
No, this is not my signature. This one we did not authorize. I want to believe this is Yahya's signature, Yahya Jammeh. Yeah, this. The first one is in May, 14th of May 2020. The second one, 28th of July 2020. And the third one is 11th of November 2020.
So you were given those 3 to effect payment?
Yes.
And it was the people present were the mayor, the deputy mayor Pamusa,
Kanjura
and
Kanyi.
Kanjura Kanyi.
Yeah.
Correct? And then it was along those lines that you effected the payment.
That's right.
Good. Let me have the one that is not part of the 3.
Okay.
Do you realize that the requests were photocopies?
No, at the time, no.
Okay. Why was that?
No, because I assume, look, if you look at this request here, so which one of them is this? This is not photocopied.
Please look at the other 2.
Let me see. This one, too. Okay, this is photocopied. This is the original.
Yes.
Yeah, the other 2 are photocopied.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, was this to your notice during this period?
No.
Okay. Now,
I want to believe the reason why they photocopied the request was for the completion of the payment. Yeah. But it should have been a fresh request for the completion of the payment, not the photocopied ones.
okay.
Yes.
Now, you paid this payment to, who did you pay to?
We paid to general procurement.
How was the payment done? Cash or check?
No, it was by check.
Check.
Yes.
But who is general procurement? Do you know? Have you
Kanjura Kanyi used to come and follow up on their behalf. I have never met anyone from general procurement.
Now, who was the check handed over to?
Once I approve payment, I don't do the follow-up because I was thinking they would pay in the name of the business.
Right.
Yes.
What I mean is, okay, so once you approve, is the finance director who?
Yeah, the
who
finance director approves and accounts process the payment.
Who was the finance director during this period?
Dr. Aliu Keita.
Keita. Honorable Chairperson, we are applying that Dr. Aliu Keita and Kanjura Kanyi come and testify on Monday. I don't know the date. What is the date on Monday? On the 15th. Is it the 15th? Do we confirm? 15th. 15th of September. I am not sure. I am not good with public holidays. It's a public holiday. Oh, okay. So it's convenient? Yes. So yes, no, they can come together. It concerns the mayor as well because the witness has clearly stated that she started work during this period and they gave her a list. She was new in the institution and they had asked that he effect payment because the previous CEO, acting CEO would not authorize those payments. And so Kanjura was the architect of all this and the mayor was present and the deputy mayor.
And you also said, Mrs. Martin, you also said that you believe that payments were made prior to the ones you started paying.
Yes.
Is there any record of that?
Yeah, just the previous voucher that I said
Yes.
I did not. There is one voucher among these that I did not sign.
Let me help the commission. Yeah, there were 4 payments.
Okay.
So that the first was done on the 19th of November 2019. So what they did was the requests were photocopied. So there were 3 other requests of the same nature, and the payments were effected along those lines when work was not done at all. So for this, so we tried to trace general procurement services. We could not trace general procurement services. We are going to write to the Attorney General's office, the company's unit or department, but the evidence of the councillor in charge has been taken, and he will come and testify either Monday or Tuesday. But the architect of this is Mr. Kanjura Kanyi, and May I also request that the Deputy Mayor Pamusa Bah also join the list of people to come and testify, because we don't know where this money has gone to. It's close to $1 million or thereabout. And nobody can tell you what they paid for, because the work was not done at all. Even this was put to the mayor when he testified, I think, day before yesterday. Or yesterday.
Granted.
So the application is for an order to Pamusa Bah, the former deputy mayor, Kanjura Kanyi, and there's a third name, Pamusa Kanjura, and the finance director.
Finance director, yes.
Yes, Dr. Aliu Keita.
And Council, may I also add that?
Let me allow the commission.
Can you allow me to make another question?
Let me proceed.
No. Just hang on a minute. All of these are previous witnesses, right?
Yes.
You said Kanjura Kanyi?
Kanjura Kanyi,
Yes.
Pa Musa Bah,
Yes.
the former deputy mayor,
Yes.
and Dr. Aliu Keita.
What is the name of the company?
The company, the business is General Procurement Services Limited.
This is my order. Upon application by Council, the following previous witnesses, Kanjura Kani, Pamusaba, Dr. Aliu Keita, to be recalled for further clarification to payments made to General Procurement Services Limited on the 15th of September 2025. I make no further orders.
As the commission places. Yes, you were saying something.
Yes, I just want to add that this is one of several payments that were just bombarded on me as CEO, during my time at the council. For example, in the case of the payment for the cold storage at
Yes.
the Serekunda market.
Yes.
I sat down in my office one afternoon and I saw Councillor Bine Marong, the then Councillor for Women, nominated Councillor for Women, and Mr. Tombong Sedi walked into my office, handed over the request that the councillor wrote that the mayor approved for the CEO to proceed. So when they came, I called the mayor through our office line. He explained that this project was to be funded by the British High Commissioner in the Gambia. So let the office went ahead to pay in advance or to pre-finance the project. And then when the High Commissioner makes the payment to the council will be refunded. So there were several payments like that, just by simple authorization and a telephone call, go ahead and do this. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you know in what capacity Tombong Sedi accompanied Binet Marong for?
Tombong Sedi was the contractor.
Tombong Sedi was the contractor?
Yes, the contractor for the cold storage.
All right.
Yeah. It's a container cold storage. Yeah. It is still at the Serekunda market, I think, but it is not being used by the women because they said it did not serve the purpose. It doesn't get cold inside, so, and now they use it to store just whatever, but not vegetables, as it was meant for.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any other issue?
I also had the mayor in his testimony that the reason why Kanjura Kanyi was appointed as a consultant, or the reason why the council kept renewing the contracts of Mr. Kanjura Kanyi was because he was very effective, particularly in terms of recovering bad debts for the council. I don't agree with that because the example that he said here, for example, the $21 million is from NAWEC. That was not recovered by Kanjura Kanyi. That was recovered by myself, the management. Because when I came in as CEO, I found Kanjura having issues with the commercial director of NAWEC. They could not have heatway. So I started writing to the management of NAWEC formally. My letters are there. If the commercial director of NAWEC is contacted, they should be able to provide those letters. You know, I think I wrote about 2 correspondence in that regard, you know, explaining to them the reason why. I think the areas were in respect of license and rates payment from NAWEC. At that time, NAWEC also claimed that council was owing them. The amount involved was not $21 million. It was more than $21 million. NAWEC claimed that council owed them about $9 million or $7 million. When the letters are reviewed, everything will be seen, written clearly on it. So when I wrote, the first time I wrote, they responded. They wrote back to the office. You know, then we started having heatway. You know, I proposed a knockoff agreement that since what NAWEC owed the council at the time was way higher, why don't they knock off what the council owed them, the council liabilities to NAWEC, and then the balance be paid? That was when the commercial director suggested that in order for their management to consider that, the KMC management should go and have a meeting. That meeting was held at the office of the managing director of NAWEC, Nani Juara. He just became NAWEC director newly at that time. And I recall when we went to the office of the mayor to inform him that we were able to broker a meeting with NAWEC, he jumped in to say that he would also want to accompany us to NAWEC. We went together, we had that meeting, agreed on the knockoff, and the balance was about 20-something thousand, but $5 million was paid up front. They approved for NAWEC to, after the knockoff, they approved for NAWEC to pay the council $5 million at that instant, and the balance of $19 million was paid over a period of time by installment. Up to the time I was sent home, NAWEC was paying council every month $1.2 million. That was through my efforts. Kanjura Kanyi possessed no managerial skills, negotiation skills to be able to have that breakthrough with NAWEC, because before I became the CEO of KMC, he was going up and down every day. He is a very forceful person. He doesn't know how to negotiate. He doesn't understand diplomacy. Yeah, so Kanjura Kanyi alone could not have done that. That was through my sincere effort.
Yes, I think the issue of Kanyi, thank you for clarifying that. But again, the commission has taken notice of that. The issue of Kanjura Kanyi is just a non-starter because there's no evidence that Kanjura Kanyi has recovered anything or is capable of recovering anything. That evidence we don't have. So if it is said, it's okay, but I believe the commission wants to see evidence of Mr. Kanjura Kanyi engage in correspondences and communications. I have told him that he should provide that evidence, and we don't have that. So the words alone cannot justify or cannot back up anything. Mr. Kanjura Kanyi should not come anywhere close to the council. He knows it. He is not qualified to be anywhere close to the council. and the Commission have taken notice of that. But thank you for the clarity. And is that all? I believe?
The issue was a very complex and manipulative issue.
Which issue is that?
I mean, my relationship. You asked about my relationship with the council.
No, in your capacity as CEO.
Yeah, in my capacity as CEO.
Yes.
Because the mayor tried everything that he could, you know, to manipulate me.
Yes, we have had evidence of that. I think I told you that for those issues, we have a TOR, right? And for the things that were done that you were made to do by the mayor, for instance, the issue of signing these vouchers. These are issues within the TOR of the council, of the commission, sorry, and the commission will look into it. The commissioners will have had your evidence, and they will have, and the mayor as well, and we'll call them back with respect to what you have said, which is very much important. But for other issues that we don't cover.
Yeah, I can recall the issue of Councillor Habib Cisse.
Right.
When he fell sick.
Right.
And requested for council to support him.
Yes.
Before Councillor Habib's case came up, we had a staff called Sira Konate. Sira's son underwent an operation, a gum operation, and the operation went wrong. So she came to the council for council to support her to travel with her son to Dakar to go and complete the operation in Dakar. She approached the mayor, but the mayor sent her to the office of the CEO, to my office. I became CEO newly. And the first thing that I was advised as CEO was informed was that there used to be a medical policy, which when they came in, the new council at the time, 2018, when the mayor came in with the team, put an embargo on. There was a loan policy. They put an embargo on it. So when Sarah came to my office, I had no instrument to rely on to help her. So I couldn't do anything. And Sarah's case was an emergency. It was a serious one. Everybody saw it. We saw how the operation went. We saw the pictures in the mobile.
Right.
She took pictures of it. But there was nothing that we could do. What I did was, I had to refer her to the Welfare Association to see if there was any way that they could help Sarah.
Yes.
So they ended up giving her a loan of, it wasn't that much. I think it was around 10,000 or so. Because of the issue of the lack of medical policy at the time, there was nothing the management could do. So Councillor Habib fell sick, and the mayor called me personally to instruct me, even before Habib's letter arrived at the council. He informed me that Councillor Habib fell down somewhere, you know, when they were on their way going for a Galga meeting, and that he would want my office to approve for Councillor Habib to be treated. That was done. After that, I was called again to be informed that Councillor Habib did not get better. According to the mayor, he said Councillor Habib said he had spiritual problems, needed to travel out of the Gambia to Casamance to be supported. We supported again. But there was this staff who had an emergency, and the council could not do anything in that regard. So, because I was not at liberty to be able to decide to help the staff, I could not help the staff. But if I had my way, I was going to help that staff to help her son to get the proper medical treatment. So to say that we, the CEOs, we have our right to approve as we deem fit, it's not the case.
Of course, it's not the case. Let me have the vouchers. I believe these are the main issues. Yes, but you may proceed with the question first.
But this is different from what
yes,
she
it's okay.
Madam Martin, the 2020 budget, this is in relation to the payments that you are making towards the purchasing of these trucks. I haven't seen in the budget the expenditure lines, and whether you can recall how much you were paying for these trucks, because we did ask the, because you said you were there from 2020 to 2021, and I believe that the project was still subsisting.
Yeah, I found them already started implementing the project.
Yes, but in 2020, I have the 2020 budget here. Can you help us check whether the payments that were done monthly for these trucks, right? Whether it was provided for in the 2020 budget?
From what I learned from the mayor, I don't even expect for it to be budgeted in the 2020, because according to the mayor, it was supposed to be a PPP. It was supposed to be a project that was supposed to fund itself from its revenues. So what he said was they went into a partnership with experts. The revenues generated at the end of the day would be used to pay the salaries of the staff, repay the loan, but that was not the reality on the ground. So obviously it would not be in the 2020 budget, and I found them already budgeted for 2020 because I joined them in March of...
Yes, I just want you to confirm.
Yes.
Looking at the budget.
No, I will
yes.
have a look.
So you just help us confirm that it is not captured.
It would not be
budget,
captured.
in the budget.
It would not be captured because initially the way the project was planned to be implemented, it would not be captured. The project was supposed to have its own budget of expenditures and revenues.
Yes, the reason why I'm asking you, Madam Martin, is that it is the revenues of council that were used instead of the revenues generated from that project in its entirety to pay for the trucks, which will be in contravention of what is supposed to have been. Is that correct?
Yeah, I totally agree, Madam Chairperson. And
so please confirm to us that it is not budgeted for in the 2020 budget.
Normally it should be on the...
Total expenditure.
Yeah, on the expenditure. So I want to believe it should be under environmental and sanitation. I am going through it, but in the meantime, I just want to add that because the project was not performing and could not meet up its liability repayment at the bank, so the council accounts were frozen at the bank. So that forced them to begin to budget for the repayment of the Mali trucks repayment. Yeah, and I think they budgeted about $40 million per annum. Yeah, they wrote that in a letter, but I did not see it in the budget. The director of finance, the acting director of finance at the time wrote that.
Mr. Buja.
So here I saw a repayment of 8 waste collection trucks, $40 million. This is what I was talking about.
Okay.
$40 million, and this is from, not from the project itself, from the taxpayers. It is here.
For the year 2020?
2020, yes. For the year 2020, 40 million. This is the assurance that they gave the bank when the bank froze their accounts. This is the assurance they gave the bank. That was why that condition.
Was that true writing?
Yeah, a letter was written to that effect. I found them, did all of these things.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And
Listen.
because of that issue of the staff council, if I may continue.
I have documents to tender.
Okay.
We applied to tender the following vouchers in relation to general procurement. The first is dated the 19th of November 2019. It's voucher number 190977. We have voucher number 201005. We have voucher number 200694 and voucher number 201627 to be admitted into evidence and marked as exhibits.
A payment voucher dated the 19th of November 2019. The payee is General Procurement Services, paid from Arab Gambia Islamic Bank, and it is for cost of access road construction in Talinding, as per IPO 00005617 attached. And the sum total on this voucher is 326,544. The second voucher is dated the 16th of July 2020. The payee is General Procurement Services, and it's paid from the Trust Bank Limited account. It is for 50% part payment for the cost of gravel for the rehabilitation of road at Talinding Koloban Road, as per KMC /LPO/RFQ/0036/2020 attached. And this is for the sum of $222,937. The third voucher is dated 13th May 2020. The pay is General Procurement Services. It's paid from Mega Bank, and it is for the rehabilitation of Talinding Koloban Road, as per IPO 000056,801 attached. And the description is landfill maintenance. The sum is 370,984. And the final invoice is dated 2nd of November 2020. The pay is General Procurement Services Limited. It is paid from Mega Bank. It's for the rehabilitation of access road number 3 at Talinding Koloban, as per KMC/LPO/RFQ/0257/2020. And the description, road construction. and this is for the sum of 381,720. These four, yeah?
You meant the final voucher instead of invoice.
This one?
Vouchers.
This is being payment for the rehabilitator of
Yeah,
access.
you
The
mistakenly
final
said
voucher.
yes.
Sorry, thank you.
Just for the record, thank you.
Yes. The final voucher. They are all together 4 vouchers. They are admitted together in evidence as an exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/SMS/KMC/015.
As the commission places. Yes, you were saying something before we close?
Yes. I also remembered another one. That is Aliu Kora.
Aliu Kora, yes.
Payments to Aliu Kora.
Yes.
He was supposed to do the pavement of the KMC annex. And I also found that in the system, and I completed part of the 3.5 million that was paid to him. And it ended up just as in the case of general procurement. Pavement was just backfilling. The rain came and washed away everything. 3.5 million was paid to Aliu Kora through tender.
Through tender?
Through tender. He was not even the rightful owner of that business. Okay. He used somebody's business documents, invoices, to be paid those monies.
So why did you pay them?
At the time, I didn't understand the nitty-gritty until he had this problem with the actual owner of tender. They came to my office. That's when I already started paying, so that's when I understood everything.
Who had a problem?
Aliu Kora with one Mr. Dabo, the owner of tender, because Aliu complained that when the council pays into the accounts of tender, it sinks because tender was owing the bank. Right. So he would not eventually receive the money. So they had that problem. So Aliu wanted the monies to be paid in Aliu's name instead of tender. It was a very complicated matter.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. That's all for now?
Yeah, I also want to give a background.
Of what?
As to the welfare, my relationship with the Staff Welfare Association.
Okay, not now, maybe.
Okay.
Please disclose that to the investigators. If we feel it is within the TOR, we will invite you to come and say it.
All right.
Right.
So at the beautification, I gave a statement.
In relation to the beautification?
The beautification, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I gave a statement already to the investigators.
Okay then, are you here next week? Because you are now in, is it Mansakonko?
Kerewan.
Kerewan. And are you here sometime next week?
Next week, I believe we should have a general council. I have been here the whole week. I came since last Sunday.
Okay, the registrar is not here, so I can't take the statement.
All right.
So we can schedule you. We'll make an arrangement if it is possible
for another day.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. Okay then, that's all for this witness for today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Sonko. We will call you back to shed more light on some of the other issues that you have given new statement to.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson.
You are discharged.
Thank you.
Do we have another witness? Yes, we may rise.